There we are. I'm back. Sort of. I've just taken a picture of myself. There we go. And I did it again. Go away. Sorry, guys. My Instagram tick is not. There we go. Better. I'm back. So I'm back for our wee live from Scotland chat. And I hope you all missed me. And I've got my area set up, my nice Slange Scotland tour area, and I've decided to wear my uniform because we have some really cool news. We have just launched our online shop where you can literally dress like me. One moment. Hello. Hola. So that's some news, and I thought I would come on and just explain a little bit about that so that you can see some of what I wear on my everyday shenanigans usually while I'm out on tour. And so many of you have asked if it's possible to get our t-shirts or gilets or jackets. I've got my jacket, my Slange jacket here as well. Among other things, we've got that lovely painting there of Doon Castle, which is also up for sale, and other things which are on the website, including a really cool calendar and prints and a teddy bear. So there we go. Hola, Carmen, and hi, Helen. Nice to see you. So tonight, or today, wherever you may be in the world, today is, and when I say today, I mean Monday, the 1st of June, is in fact Outlander Day. So for all the Outlander fans out there, happy World Outlander Day. Oh, Ian, missed you too. So if you are into Outlander or you like that kind of thing, it's definitely a day of celebration. So we've got Graham coming on and Lisa Marie. Hello, Lisa Marie. So yeah, I'm just back. And while I'm here, I'm just going to give you out our new schedule because obviously things are very busy. There's been quite a lot has happened since I last spoke to you guys.
You know, now they can't see your dog anymore.
Oh, now you can't see the dog anymore. Oh, maybe you'll see her again soon. No, what was I going to say? So there's a couple of things which have happened in Scotland, in the UK since the last time I was on. For those who don't know, we're now into phase 1, just of moving away from lockdown. However, we still are pretty much in lockdown. There's just a few things that we can now do, which we couldn't do before, i.e. I can now go out more than once a day. I can now meet up with people who are not from my household, as long as there's no more than 8 of us at one time, and we can meet up as well as long as we keep our distance of 2 meters. So a few things, our national parks and things are still technically closed. Car parks are still closed. Play parks, children's play parks are still closed. Shopping malls, all those kind of things, cinemas, they're all still closed. So I don't think we're not going to be moving on from this phase for a wee while, because I think people have been a little bit too excited about getting a little bit of freedom, and they've kind of just gone a bit mad with it and disobeyed a lot of the rules, and using play parks, parking on roads, ignoring the social distancing, just the usual human behavior, I suppose. But so that's probably not going to come out for a while because there might even be more people getting sick now because people aren't following the rules. But anyway, so that's where we are in Scotland at the moment. So we are very much still organising the virtual tours. So they've been going really well. So thank you to all you guys who have been participating. It means an awful lot. We've been having a good laugh over on Zoom, listening to music, singing songs, all the rest of it. Bit of history in there as well. And the good thing about it is I can actually properly share a screen and it's not so flaky as with obviously live streaming through Facebook or Instagram, which can be a little bit more temperamental. But so far so good. So that's something. What else forgot to tell you? Yes, our newsletter, if you look at our Facebook or our website, you can see our newsletter. We just had the next edition published today. So for those who don't know and who've been asking me for it, the schedule for our virtual tours is available. It is online. So if you can't see it for any reason, do let me know and I'll send it to you. But what I'm also doing is sending an update for all like the week coming, what's happening. So obviously we're doing virtual tours on Tuesdays and Thursdays at different times so that hopefully we can manage the different time zones around the world, and so far so good. If you can't make one, you can make the other and we can mix and match it a wee bit. So that's been good fun. Hi Fraser, the Fraser's UD. I should probably put my glasses on so I can read that. Good. Yeah, Fraser's UD. I'm sorry if I'm reading that wrong. The other thing is I'm not wearing any makeup tonight because I'm getting into this whole like non-makeup movement just to kind of give my skin a little bit of a break, since nobody really sees me apart from you guys, but it's okay because it's through a computer screen, so it doesn't matter. And what else? Oh yeah, the other thing I needed to mention is that we're not going to be doing a live session every single night. It's just becoming a little bit too difficult to manage and to prepare for. So it ends up just being me blethering and rambling on. So the plan is to do live sessions on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Okay, so that'll be 3 days a week. Every week shouldn't be a need to put a break on that, but that'll be Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So we'll do our Wednesday night will be our history night. So we'll cover any kind of element of Scottish history. Our Friday night will remain our ghost story night, myths and legends and cultural aspects of our folklore here in Scotland. And on a Saturday night will be our pub night, our theme night. So that might be whiskey tasting like we've done in the past. It might be pub quizzes because they're quite fun. It might be dancing lessons. It might be all of those kind of things. So if you are interested, those are the nights to look out for me live here. And hopefully we can share the screen. So that's the plan, and over on Instagram, obviously, as well. So if you have anything you'd like me to discuss, you just get in touch with me as per usual, and I'll make sure that we bring up something to discuss. So obviously I think I showed you guys the doll my mum made just before we went. So this is my like Outlander wall. I'm just going to point this here so you can just about make it out. If you can just see that. So I've got little things. You don't necessarily need to see it, but that was what we were doing this week, guys. So this space behind me has been worked on. It became my little virtual Scotland corner. And yeah, I'm really chuffed with it. So we've been really busy. We've got Chris in from Orkney. So I want to do another one with you, Chris. Dee's in. Hi, Dee. We've got Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Lovely to see you. You should have received an email today, Crystal, regarding Mull. You'll get another one out for the Jacobites tour. That's the other thing. There's going to be a little bit of information being sent out in relation to those who want to do a tour with us next year. We're going to make it possible to book from the 1st of July. That should hopefully give our guests who have already booked for 2020, who are looking to postpone, reschedule till next year, the chance to have their picks first, just because they were technically first. So you guys are going to have first pickings who were from this year, but we will be opening up our dates for 2021 from the 1st of July. So you can go on and get booked in there. And sorry guys, there's a moth flying about me and I am quite scared of moths. And I don't know where it was. It's like right behind me. Like actually right behind me. I think I might die. Guys, I'm not kidding. I am actually petrified. Where did it go?
It's on your head.
Don't.
It's on your head. It's on your head and it sits still. And it sits still. It's on your head.
No, it's not on my head. Don't.
Sit still, otherwise it's just going to fly away.
No, don't. Like seriously, I think it's behind my chair. Right, guys. I don't think you've ever seen someone terrified of a moth. But I am not scared of. I'm not scared of spiders. I'm not scared of anything else.
It's not here.
It was literally right there.
No, it's gone.
Oh God! I thought it was on me. Right, I'm just going to stand up quickly. Helmet, stop it.
No, I don't see it.
See if it comes back. Anyway, thanks, Christopher. Sorry, I just had an absolute freak out, but I am properly. It's my one phobia. Really. Anyway, sorry. Hi, Jackie. Lovely to see you. So it seems that fate's come up. Carmen, it's a moth. You know, like a night butterfly. My mum always said, "Oh, but it's a night butterfly." But I'm like, no, I just don't like them. They just absolutely freak me out. So see if that. Oh my God, I found it. I found it.
Where is it?
It's just there.
Well, just leave it alone.
No, because it's going to fly on me.
It won't fly on you. Sorry. You've got an audience there. Pay attention to them.
I know, but
ignore
there's literally one trying to eat me.
The little moth just wants to live its
like
life.
Behind. No, don't touch it now. I think it's on the window somewhere. No, it's not. It's right there.
It's minute.
Sorry.
Come in.
Did you catch it?
Okay, but I will. Oh, got it.
Yay!
You can tell him I'm not going to kill it.
Helmut's not going to kill it because we don't have a killing policy. He's letting it out humanely. But give me a spider any day or a snake or anything like that, and I'm fine.
I can hear it knocking at the front door now.
It's terrifying. So let me just quickly come in. So I see we've got a few folks coming in. Sorry, guys. So Jackie just said, "Get it, Helmut," and you did. So thank you. So our other point of discussion is that today is World Outlander Day. And this is a big deal for Scotland because Well, Outlander has literally changed the landscape of Scottish tourism in the past 5 years, because sites that were quite quiet before are now absolutely booming, or usually. It has increased tourism by at least a third, if not more. I mean, you couldn't get the exact figures, but I can see how it's changed. It's a great story. They've done a good job in actually filming so much of it in Scotland. So keeping to the actual storyline, even when they're now in America. And while they're in America, they're still filming in Scotland. Jackie, who did I stand up to? Jackie's just come in. I've seen her stand up to such and such in Glasgow, but she's afraid of a moth. Oh, I don't know. I'm usually a nice, quiet person, Jackie. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, so the Outlander effect has changed the landscape of Scotland. Jackie says those drunks. There's been so many drunks in Glasgow. It's like, which one? Which ones? Anyway, I'm not painting Glasgow's a very good place here, but it is a really amazing place. Anyway, so it has totally changed the landscape of Scottish tourism and created such an interest from people like Jackie here. Jackie, you love Scotland, and I think you loved Outlander, but now you love Scotland more than you love Outlander, because it's kind of been a bit of a doorway in to love it even more, I suppose. And I think that's what we're finding a lot of people are doing. So we all have to thank Diana Gabaldon for writing that book that was published this time in 1991, apparently. So that was amazing. And it's an amazing set of books. And I think it changed so many people. You know, one of the big things for me is a lot of our guests say that they've never fangirled in their whole lives. So they weren't like big into the Beatles. They weren't into big bands anyway, kind of just floated through that kind of phase in their life. And then Outlander happened and they become like fangirls. So that's all fun. I think everybody's just talking about me being terrified of a moth. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so bad. My moth phobia, I think, comes from when I was a child in Africa, and we used to have moths like this size. So they're not as lovely and sweet, and they're like dusty. I don't like how moths are like made of like dust. It's just something not right there. Anyway, I'll give you the moths, Crystal, and you can give me the spiders. I don't mind spiders. And I think that's pretty much it for tonight. I just wanted to do a wee update, have a wee chat. So I won't be on again on a Monday. It'll only be on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So set your time. It'll be the same time as usual. It'll be 10 p.m. UK time, which is 5 p.m. in like New York, and what's that? 12, so noon in the west coast of America. And I can't do the maths. I think it would be like 9 a.m.-ish, if I'm right, 9 a.m.-ish in Australia, and maybe 10 a.m. in New Zealand the following day. So that'll just give you an idea about when you can catch me, about any of our topics. Tomorrow's virtual tour is going to be on Culloden and the Jacobites in the Scottish Highlands. So it's not a talk like I would normally do here. It's more of a tour. So we start off, we go north, and we make our stops, looking at the photographs, listening to some music, pointing out interesting things and things to look out for. answering questions as you normally would, and then doing a virtual Culloden tour, a virtual Clavacairns tour. We will be going into Pitlochry as well as the Highland Folk Museum, which is in by Newtonmore at least. So we'll be doing all of those locations, and it's going to be a really, really, really exciting one. I'm really looking forward to it. And then on Thursday, I'm heading back into the Scottish Highlands, and we're going to do a Loch Ness day tour, which includes the likes of Loch Lomond, Glencoe, Fort Augustus, or Fort William, I should say first, Fort William, Fort Augustus, and then Arkirk Castle with a wee cruise on Loch Ness. And then we'll head back down to Glasgow/Edinburgh. So it's going to be a good tour as well on Thursday. So if you're interested, look out for the link on our Facebook page, or send us a wee message over on Instagram. Jackie's just quickly saying, I would love to participate in a tour of places hardest hit by all of this. Edinburgh will be fine, but what about small towns? Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that I think some of the big boys in Edinburgh are also going to go. I think that a lot of places which have previously been quite complacent with the visitor numbers they have achieved over the years are going to be a little concerned and quite worried at the moment. And I'm looking at places like Skye, Inverness, and Fort William, and obviously Edinburgh, because those places rely on being able to charge what they do because there's only so much accommodation in those places. So I do think that this is probably going to hit them pretty hard across the board. I can't see anyone being unscathed by this. It's going to be quite a hard time. And I know this because I've been paying attention to, well, it's my industry, but I've been paying attention to what's been going on with particular companies. We heard the other day, I've not read into it too much, but about 18 million, and excuse me if my figures are slightly out, but this was secondhand, about 80 million pounds that was promised to the Scottish government, which they had already spent in allocating, if you like, to businesses who are going to be affected by this. That money has now been pulled. It's not going to be given to Scotland anymore, which is an outrage, as you could imagine, because you can't tell somebody you're going to do something and then not do it. But anyway, that's what they've done. So I really don't know what's going to happen. We're quite proactive here, so, any support is welcome, as I've said all the time. Like I said, we've got our shop going. We've got our virtual tours, and hopefully in the coming months, as we move through the phases, I'll start back up with our walking tours. So you guys might not know this, but I started off my career as a guide doing local walking tours of my town. So I started off by doing the Greenock Town Trail, and then I went up to the Greenock Cut as well. So they are tours which I started doing outdoors. So that's something I potentially could be doing without needing to worry too much, as long as I kept my operations within the constraints that were there at that time. So I'm already in talks about that. So for local people, for Scottish people watching this maybe, if you want to come on any of my walking tours, do get in touch. They are here, and then slowly as things start to open up, I will be doing my Glasgow City tour as well as my Edinburgh City walking tour as well. So I'll be sticking things to outside probably for the next couple of months, as and when it is safe for me to do so. So that's the plan. So if you're interested at all, that's what we're doing. Just because I can't sit here on my bum and complaining. So we'll see how it goes. Just before I go, a lot of people commented about this one. So I'm just going to quickly model my lovely clothing, just so you've got something to compare it to. So a lot of people will know, okay, this is my usual uniform. Okay, so I've got my slange t-shirt, my gilet, and my kilt. I'm modeling. Look at this. It's not the best angle, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm wearing a kilt. Obviously, we're not selling the kilts at the moment, but you can always get your own kilt. So you've got the slange t-shirt, and then because the weather's not always wonderful and sunny, we have got my slange jacket, which I also have to use quite a lot in the summer. I've not had to use at the moment because I have got a bit of sun. It's been great sitting out in the garden. And as you can see, I've got my, my badge there. This is my logo. It's our wee stag. It's waterproof. It's windproof. It's really comfortable. It's not too thick, but it's good. It has extra pockets. Straps here. So if you see that. So it keeps me nice and dry. The other thing is, this is what everybody comments on. We call it, as Helmut calls it, the slange tuxedo, because it's something that we have been, we're quite well known for. And we got these because, you don't always want to be wearing a t-shirt, or you want to kind of have things, pockets and things on your person. So this is quite good. I've got my pockets. There's always stuff in my pockets. It's usually bank cards and keys and all sorts. And these are my favorite things ever that we've ever got. So that was that one. And I've just messed up my collar. And then we have the slange t-shirt. So this is the ladies one. The guys have a slightly different one, but this is for ladies. And as you can see, it's quite, I don't know, quite like it. Just tuck it in. And then there you have it. You can be just like me. The only thing is, all items are obviously from the UK. So all sizes are UK sizes. I've put like a converter on the website, but it's probably easier for yourself to go to a site that you kind of trust for your sizes. If you kind of know, like, what would that size be? Everybody knows, like, even within some of our shops and things, sizes are slightly different. But a lot of our stuff comes in a number of sizes, and we all come in different sizes as well, all our different guides. So ladies, you can hear me out. Some of our female guides have had a lot more up here than I do. So they're like getting these tops and like, Kat, what's this all about? Can you get me a bigger size? And I would never have known, because they're not big people. They just happen to be larger here. So that's been fun. And then for the guys as well, like, I just like assumed, like, okay, you would be like a medium, but they're all like, no, we need extra large. So we went, we've had different sizes for all the guides who've worked for us as well. So this is mine. Anyway, so any questions, guys? If anyone got any questions to ask me before I say good night? Let's have a wee look. Hello, Schmall. I think it says CS Schmall. Sorry. Instagram names are always the funniest to to pronounce because you don't know. Because some people have like Von Fast Park and Preston joined. So I don't know if that's like 2 people or 1 person. But anyway, so here we are. So on Wednesday, let's just say what we're going to chat about on Wednesday. We are going to chat about Mary, Queen of Scots. So I know a lot of you have been looking for that because we've been trying to do it for quite some time, but we're going to do Mary Queen of Scots on Wednesday. So if you're a Mary Queen of Scots fan or you've got an interest in her and her life, join in on Wednesday night. We'll go into that. First tour of 2021. Do you mean, do I have the dates for the first tour of 2021, Jackie? Or is my walking tours going to be the first one of 2021? My first tour of 2021, I'm kind of looking at most likely Easter. So like the kind of March, April time. I can't see us trading before then. Or where? I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know where my first tour is going to be. It all depends if everything goes as planned. It's probably going to be a day tour. We do have 3 mull tours next year. We've got 1 in May, 1 in July, and 1 in August. We've got 3 Jacobite tours, again, May, July, and August. And we've got 1 Jacobites tour. So the Jacobites tour is slightly different, and that's going to be in September. We've got a lot of sky tours as well. We've got a lot of private tours, which people are moving to next year. So I'm not quite sure exactly where my first tour of 2021 will be. I don't care where. I'll take you around here, Jackie. There's so much. Like, there's Ayrshire, there's Arran, there is Renfrewshire, Inverclyde, Dumbartonshire. Like, these places are full of interesting things and history and beauty, natural beauty, and man-made and architectural delights. So yeah, hopefully I'll be doing a lot more locally as well next year. So we'll just have to wait and see. So thank you all for tuning in again. And sorry it was so long again, but needs must. I needed to organize my area, as you can see, and just let you know what the script is so that we have a really good number of sessions moving forward. Maybe I'll switch the light off like this. How I'm just going to switch the light off. Switch the light off like that. And then I can take a torch. Oh, they just make it look super grainy. Anyway, so thank you for listening and for taking part as usual. And anyone has any questions about what I've spoken about, let me know. And yeah, if you're about tomorrow at 11 p.m. UK time, I'm going to be live on Zoom. So we've already got nearly a full house, but there's still spaces if anyone wants to join in. So see you all on Wednesday. And if you have any questions in the meantime, I'll be around. And yes, thank you, Helmut, for being the superhero tonight. Cheers.
Pretty easy then, yeah.
See you later.